Hey there, wrestling fans. Brian Blitz here. Welcome to another exciting edition of Superstars of the Ring here at ccwrestling.biz. As you can see, my broadcast partner Eric Snook is not with us this week, so I'm flying solo. Now, we're going to go cover a lot this week as it pertains to Stampede, the big event that's coming up real soon. In fact, it's this weekend, March 11th in Yulee, Florida. And we're going to talk about a number of big issues that are going to be leading into that show. One of which is this mystery man, this assailant, this dark character that seems to have been sabotaging a lot of our broadcasts. He even went so far as to sabotage our Stampede, and this is why we are having it now as opposed to January 2 months ago when it was originally scheduled. He managed to somehow infiltrate our show then and caused us to reschedule things. Well, we have exciting news concerning him. The legendary rock and roll Chris Turner has issued an open challenge or a direct challenge to him and will be facing him at Stampede. So you want to be looking out for that this weekend. Also, another big figure that's going to be another big figure that's going to be, it's going to have something to do with Stampede this weekend is Diamond Dave. He has got some words this week and he's going to give us his thoughts on exactly how the Diamond Exchange will be figuring out to the big event.
America's great again, and so is the CCW. It's given me a new, fresh breath. It's given everyone a new chance and a new life in the professional world. That's right, March the 11th at the Yulee Middle School, it's Stampede, and the winner of the Battle Royal gets a shot at the world title. See, the odds just got a little bit sweeter for us. The two big men, they're not here. They're training. They know exactly what's at hand. They know what's at stake. And you know what? A champion, a true champion, never lets an opportunity slide by. My girl, Hollywood, she's at home. She's doing her chores. She's cleaning. She's cooking. And she's waiting on Daddy to come home. McKinnon, congratulations. You're the new world title champion. And you want to know something? You got us gunning for you. I've known you a long time. I managed you. I managed 4 different World Tag Team Champions. I managed 10 World Title Champions. And I can tell you this, I didn't teach you everything I know.
Not too sure if I agree with everything Diamond Dave said, but he does bring up a very good point. He has 2 of the biggest names in CCW that are going to be going into that Battle Royal this weekend. Of course, I'm referring to Mayhem Julian Marks and the second generation superstar Daniel Anderson. These are 2 superstars that have both had the CCW championship and wouldn't mind going back after the belt that night. So we'll see how they play into the big event. Two more gentlemen that are going to be in this weekend's big show are silent film star Donny Bronson and Frankie Morris. And now we're going to have a big match where these 2 take on each other. So let's go ahead and go to the action.
And making his way into the ring right now is Frankie Morris, who we've actually seen a very drastic change in attitude over the last few months. At one point, the fans here in CCW love Frankie Morris, but he just seems agitated. He seems irritated. But he's going to have a tall task ahead of him as he takes on the silent film star Donny Bronson. Both of these professional athletes, young here in CCW, but made their way through the CCW training school. And they are 2 of the top prospects that have come out of that training camp in some time. Donny Bronson on the left-hand side of the screen. Frankie Morris in the corner there. taking his sweet time, getting to the center of the ring, and Donny Bronson wanted a handshake. Didn't quite get the handshake. We're going to have a test of strength here in the center of the ring. Both men fighting as hard as they can. And it looks like Donny Bronson might be on the winning end of this. Breaks the hold. Turns him over. He's got that arm locked down. And he starts stretching that left arm. Frankie trying to get out of it, but ends up on his back. Donny Bronson goes on the attack on that left arm of Frankie Morris. And Frankie must not be doing that bad. You can see him yelling at the audience here in attendance tonight. Both men make their way to their feet. And Frankie once again goes down on the mat. Donny Bronson takes control, showing some technical expertise here in the center of the ring. And you have to think that these guys would be a threat. Although they're very young, they've got to be a threat at Stampede 2017 and the 20-man over-the-top rope battle royal. You got to know that one of these guys has a very, very real shot at winning that battle royal. And Frankie's showing off some expertise of himself, some technical wrestling skills, as he goes to work on the left arm of the silent film star Donny Bronson. And then you see him just trying to crush that left arm, that elbow, and that shoulder to the mat. And again, this time on the left forearm, Frankie Morris showing a bit of his mean side. We never really saw the mean streak that could be inside Frankie Morris, but he's showing us here tonight this matchup against Donny Bronson. Donny gets out of it, slams him down, and once again, he has him tied up in a submission maneuver, and Frankie's in the middle of the ring. He might have to tap out, but he's making his way to the ropes. If he hits the ropes, he'll break the hold. He's almost there with it, and he's there, and so Donny Bronson has no choice but to break that hold and let Frankie out of it. Frankie, meanwhile, on the outside of the ring. And this is a Frankie Morris we've never seen. Usually embraces the fans. This time, it looks like he was insulting them and taunting them, and now he's insulting the ref. As the ref makes the count out, I think he's up to 6 or 7 now. And Frankie rolls back to the ring. What a great matchup we've had so far between these two young superstars in CCW. Sizing each other up here in the middle of the ring. And again, Donny Bronson takes him down. And another submission hold. Donny Bronson has it cinched in tight. Frankie doing all he can to crawl out of it. And once again, Frankie Morris gets that bottom rope. But somehow he finds time to get out of the ring and jaw with the camera. Donny Bronson showing a lot of technical expertise here in the center of the ring. He's only had just a handful of matches here in CCW thus far. And once again, Frankie rolls back into the ring. I see a lot of this frustration that Frankie's been exhibiting over the last few months starting to manifest itself here in this match. You can see the frustration kicking in. Once again, they go back to this test of strength. And once again, Donny Bronson has him down on the mat. And would you check this out? Frankie keeps getting himself caught up in these complicated submission holds, and somehow every time he finds a way out of it, that time poking him in the eye, the referee either didn't see it or just allowed it. And now Frankie Morris has regained control of the match. He whips Donny Bronson into the corner. What's he got in store here? Now he's just hyperextending that arm, that left arm of Donny Bronson. He goes right back to that arm that he was working on earlier in the match. The crowd here do not appreciate the antics of Frankie Morris. And there he's just smacking the chest as hard as he can. He's just laying it in there. And another one. What's he have in store this time? The running forearm. Another running forearm. And he just spins around and decks Donny Bronson. Bronson hits the mat. And now Frankie Morris. The technical side of this match looks to be over. Frankie Morris brawling, pummeling the silent film star Donny Bronson. Donny Bronson trying to show his strength, trying to show his resilience. He's fighting and fighting, but Frankie keeps hammering down on him. And you see he's trying to get him up on his shoulders, but he can't. Now Frankie, double arm suplex, takes him down. And this is where I feel Frankie's making a mistake. He should be going for the pin, but instead he decided to chat with the audience, and now he goes from pin 1, 2. Donny Bronson getting the shoulder up, and you have to wonder if Frankie would have just gone straight for the pin, this match might have been over by now. Belly to belly suplex, and a pin this time, 1. Donny Bronson kicked out after 1, got the shoulder up, and Frankie Morris is not happy. And finally, Donny Bronson gives him up on his shoulders. And he's going to take him on a ride, spinning him in circles. And he's going to go around another time. And Frankie just falls back into that turnbuckle. He's spinning around. And now Donny Bronson sends him flying. What an amazing maneuver. Frankie scrambling to get out of the way. And it looks like he's got one more in store. Again. And that's got to be it. Just got to get over there and pin him. And this could be it. Frankie making his way to his feet. And a low blow. The ref didn't see there was a low blow. Unbelievable. This match may be over. 1, 2, 3. The ref did not see it. Frankie low blow. Donny Bronson. He gets a win here in Abbeville, Georgia. Unbelievable. Frankie Morris is the winner.
You know that might have been sort of a less than savory victory for Mr. Morris, but I mean, this is professional wrestling. A win is a win, and you can't take that away from him. All I know is he is not in the studio this week. And on top of that, he and, of course, Donny Bronson and many of the big superstars are going to be in this week's Battle Royal, so you have to look out for them. And they're going to be challenging somebody who I think they better get all their ducks in a row to be prepared for, and that, of course, is our CCW champion. The Outlaw Jamie McKinnon is definitely a man that cannot and should not, absolutely will not be taken lightly. And he, of course, does have some words for us this week, so let's go ahead and hear from our CCW champion.
CCW wrestling fans, after Daniel Anderson and Eric Moore had my belt for 2 years or a year and a half or however long it was, they really let CCW get trashy. You see, whenever I was running the show, things were organized and they were clean, and I swept up and I got rid of things that were old and dirty and trashy. Well, let me tell you something. My new reign's gonna go like this. I'm gonna start handing out horseshoes because the people that get these things are leaving. Now you can get on the first jackass that leaves. You can get on the first horse that leaves. You can get on the first chicken, goat, anything that's gonna get you out of CCW. Now the first one is for Rock and Roll Chris Turner. That's his ride out of town. The next one, Eric Moore. You can get a horse and get out of town. These two right here, for the dog pound. Get on the dog and ride out of town, you two. It is time that I straighten it up. And this one right here, I'm saving. This last one I'm saving for one more person. Whoever, and I mean whoever, beats 19 other men and comes out of Stampede to face the Outlaw that night. I'm gonna be mad, I'm gonna be pissed off, I'm gonna be hungry, I'm not gonna eat all day. I'm not going out the night before, I'm taking this night very, very serious. So I'm gonna give this to you after you win Stampede. And if you got any intelligence, whoever you are, you leave. On the first thing, leaving Yulee. Because if not, later on that night, you're gonna have to face me. And I'm no icon, and I'm no legend, but I'm gonna be the guy that dominates for another 25 years.